Here we go.
That's good right there. What up and welcome back to another episode of Green Nose Best Baby. That's right. Listen, we got some things to discuss today. We're going to be talking about the big Snow White drama that has been going on. I can't go anywhere without seeing all the Snow White controversy. We're also going to be talking about a new law that has passed that is going to make a lot of YouTubers very, very angry. We are also going to be hearing a review of Blue Beetle from The Crow. There you go, The Crow. Are you having a stroke or something? What's happening with you?
I'm having my screen went small for some
having testicle difficulties?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Continue.
Okay. You're back. Well, I'm glad you're back because before we get into all of that, I want to know, what was this surgery that you had and how did this surgery go?
Oh my God. First of all, I can't even pronounce the freaking word. But I know what it is. It's when you have calcium in the eye, sometimes it builds up and it makes the your eyes blurry. So basically what they do is they put like this acid on your eye and then they scrape it off. And it's like a 30-minute process, but they have to take time doing the whole process. And that's supposed to just make the vision clearer, easier for me to see. And it went well. The first few days, 5 days, the worst. I could not sleep. Wow. Itchy eyes, dry eyes. I mean, couldn't watch TV. I just laid in bed actually, just in my head. It's not the worst, but I mean, this woman
you didn't
at
listen
the
to any
hospital,
podcasts?
man, what happened?
You didn't listen to any podcasts? That's what I did when my eye was messed up.
I did listen to podcasts and music.
Okay, good.
So when that Post Malone album came out, I was listening to that
Still
again.
Gotta listen to that.
You still gotta
Damn,
listen to that,
gotta
man.
listen to Post Malone.
Fire. I was there, man, and this lady, same lady that did my surgery early in the year, she was poking at me, man. She was just she could not put a needle in me at all.
What do you mean?
Had so many
like they
holes
couldn't
in
find your vein?
No.
And that's the worst.
No, they could find my vein. They just couldn't get the needle in. They're like, I'm a skinny dude. So they were like finding, but the needle wouldn't go in.
What the hell? What are you made of, titanium?
I don't know.
What are you fucking Wolverine? Antimanium?
That shit hurt though.
That's that crow skin.
That's that crow skin.
Let me ask you a question, right?
What's up?
You eat a crow? Because I know you're like me. You'll eat anything.
No.
You wouldn't eat one of your own.
No.
Because I was watching a YouTube video.
I won't eat a crow because crows can remember everything, and I don't want to make an enemy out of a crow. And I love crows.
They will remember if you shoot down like their brother or something. They will remember your face and fuck you up next time they see you. That is true.
They will purposely just surround your house, fuck with your shit on your stuff. Birds are actually way more intelligent than people give them credit
Especially
for.
crows.
Especially crows.
Yeah.
Especially crows.
I saw a YouTube video of a guy shooting one down and eating it. He said it was good.
Really?
I was surprised. Yeah, he said he used like some maple syrup seasoning or something like that. He said it was really good. So I was surprised. I didn't know if that.
I'm not surprised by that though.
Really?
They're clean animals.
Right. They're not like pigs that eat their own shit.
No. They're much more cleaner than you think. Yeah.
But you wouldn't eat one.
No, hell no. Okay. I'll eat everything else.
Because essentially, you're a cannibal at that point. You're eating your.
I'm a cannibal. I'm eating my people.
Right.
At this point. Yeah,
so your eye is feeling better now. How is it now? Very good. 3 to 5 day recovery.
2 weeks. So at this point, it's just eye drops, healing up, resting. Not watch. I try not to look at my phone too much because then my vision gets a little blurry. But yeah. It's getting better though. I'm able to look at the screen. I'm glad to be back, guys. I know y'all miss me. What's up?
That's right. Now, miss my adorable face. when your vision heals up, it's supposed to be better than when you went in. Hopefully, right?
Yes.
Have you noticed?
And
any
it's actually
changes?
better now.
Really?
Yeah. It is
beautiful, crispy, clear. You seeing in 4K now?
I wish 4K, but definitely more clear. Definitely. I was walking at night and I felt way more comfortable. Nice. It's like, when you get older and your vision gets off and you're like something, it doesn't feel like it was when you was younger.
Just ain't like
that's what it felt like. I was like, this feels easier. But,
Right. Speaking of seeing things, you saw something in your neighborhood the other day, and we need to hear this story right now. This is a funny story. Tell us what happened on your block.
So me and Jay, we're upstairs, and my block is rowdy. It just gets loud, and we just hear our neighbor girlfriend just talking to somebody really loud, and we're like, who is she talking to? Then we realized, and I don't know, no, you wasn't there, but when you met this guy, you met the lady
Yeah, I know the
because you
lady.
had a
Yeah,
great conversation with her.
yeah.
So she's just talking to him, and one of our other neighbors, and mind you, there's no pets allowed in this building, but he's outside her door going, talking about, yo, this woman got my dog in her
He's
apartment.
calling the
I
cops,
want
right?
my, huh?
He's talking to the cops.
I don't know who I'm assuming it's the
Uh
cops.
huh.
And he just, but no cops ever came. That's the funny thing. He's just yelling on the phone. He says, yo, motherfuckers got my dog. Yo, give me my fucking dog back. Give me my fucking dog back. And I'm like, I know he's like 23 years old. So I'm like, wait, we're not even supposed to have pets. So now we're getting close to the window. We're like, wait, what is going on? What's going on? And she's like, oh no, I just saw the dog and he was outside. So I picked him up and took him inside. He's like, yeah, I walked away, he just ran away. You're not supposed to take people with dogs. It was just wild. And she kept going. And then at the 3 minutes later, she's like, oh, I've been going through something. I'm depressed and everything. And he goes, I hear you. You can keep the dog. And me and Jay is like, what?
What? You can just like that.
Just like that.
You know what? You're depressed. Keep it. Keep it. After all that fussing.
It went straight from that to him just sitting in front of her door talking to her.
Wow.
Listening to her life story. She's, I'm sorry, I'm just depressed. You can keep the dog. No, it's your dog. You should have it. I'm so sorry. I just saw the dog. It was so cute. He said, you can have it. I can't have it anyway. You can have it.
Wow. My man gave up his dog like that. Now she can't have it either because there's no pets in your building either, right?
At all. It's the same building. These people both live in my building.
I thought this was the guy across the street.
Nah, we found out.
Okay.
Jasmine told me that it was like the same guy, young dude, 23-year-old dude. And I was like, wow. So I don't know if the dog is still in the apartment building, but I'm not snitching.
So you don't know what happened to the dog after that?
I have no idea. I've never even seen a dog in my life.
That is wild. My man was just like, you know what? Take it. You're feeling depressed? You can have it.
I've never seen anything like that. It was hilarious. And they were yelling at each other for a good 10 minutes.
All over this dog, and then he just gave up.
All over this dog. That's my dog. Give me my fucking dog back. Yo, just give me my dog. I see the dog in the fucking window. Why are you holding my dog? It's kidnapped. You know this is against the law, right? I'm like, I don't think you got.
You gotta go down and ask her about it. You gotta go ask her if she has it still.
That's a good question.
That's what you got.
I'm gonna do that.
You know her.
I'm gonna do that.
You gotta go down. and see.
I know of her. Yeah,
you go down and see. Speaking of something crazy, listen to this. So the other day, I think this was yesterday morning, I wake up and I read on my Google that a woman in Florida, of course it's happened in Florida, right?
Yeah, of course it's in Florida.
She's like 35. She ends up stabbing her 70-something-year-old roommate to death. Stabbed him in the chest, beat him in the head, right?
I saw that.
And they go... and the cops are looking for her. So they eventually find her like the next day, and she got weapons on her. She has like the knife on her. She has like a hammer or something on her.
She had a hammer. She was covered in blood.
Yeah.
The story I heard was that they went down the road and she was walking out of the store and she had all this blood on her.
Oh, yeah? It was okay.
That was one of the reports I saw.
Okay, yeah. Then maybe that was it, because I know they caught her like the next day. So they were like, crazy. Oh, like what happened? And she was like, oh, I don't know. I went up to feed my spider or something like that. And she was like, I didn't do nothing. And then they said she just started getting pissed off and agitated and then whatever. So they brought her to the police station, right? And she's like, yo, I want something to drink. So they give her a Diet Mountain Dew. And this dumbass pours it all over herself because she thinks it's going to take out and you scrub away the DNA from her person, like the guy's blood and the DNA. She thinks it's gonna disinfect her. If that ain't some Florida Mountain Dew sipping type shit, only a Mountain Dew head would think like that. Because they really do be thinking like they put it in their baby's bottle. They'll think they could use it for gas in their car. They think they could they think it'll take away COVID. Like this is the brain of a Mountain Dew drinker. I drink half a Mountain Dew every 6 years, and it always disappoints me. It's not like I don't know why I just stopped growing a taste to it. Maybe because like I don't know, I just grew up.
You're not a crackhead.
Maybe because I just grew up and with maturity came my distaste for Mountain Dew. But my girl is wildin'.
Now you know you're retarded.
In her defense, there was an article that said that the Splinter, the little fake sugar, apparently that's within the Mountain Dew, and they said that some article had came out and said that if you rub it on your body, that the Splenda, the sugar, can actually, get rid of
disinfect.
Not disinfect, get rid of
DNA. Get rid of the DNA.
Yeah. So
wow,
she must have read a article or part of the article and was like, just Mountain Dew. She's
it does it all.
Splinters in Mountain Dew. So and that shit is not even healthy for you. So
apparently that's an all-in-one. Oh, the sugar, the fake sugar alcohol, all that stuff is bad for you.
Yeah, they did a study on that. They said it can
I don't get this. I don't get. Okay? Yeah. I've known this since I was a little boy. I remember the day, bro. I'll never forget this day for some reason. I was in the hair salon with my mom because she was getting her hair done. I was a little kid, and I read the paper for some reason. And the paper said this nurse drank 3 Diet Cokes a day and it killed her. And they were going all into how this fake sugar is bad for you, and it probably gave the woman some kind of disease or killed her in some kind of way because she drank too much of the fake sugar. That was when I was like 9 years old or something like that.
Yeah. Later on, they say it connects to cancer and shit.
Now we're still coming back with articles like, did you know that fake sugar is really, really bad for you? It's like, I thought we knew this. Like, I thought we already knew this. Is this shocking anybody?
I hope not. But there's a certain group of people that really like that fake sugar, man.
I don't know.
Diet soda is really so bad for you. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It should not be on it. You should just drink a regular soda. You're better off.
I will say the only like crew I kind of do align with is the Diet Coke drinkers. There's that cult of people, that group of people that love it. I have drunken Diet Coke on occasion because I was like, I want to cut my sugar down. But the only thing is that fake sugar messes my stomach up. So I can't drink it. I can't drink a whole thing of can of Diet Coke. So I can't drink it. But I will say the one diet drink that is doable, that is acceptable, is Diet Coke. And people swear by that. They say Trump drinks like 12 a day. When they were doing his they were talking about his diet and everything. They were like, Trump drinks like millions of gallons, and he had a button. I saw the video of him. He has a Diet Coke button. He presses it, boom. That's the first thing I'm gonna get when we pop off. I'm gonna get a peach iced tea button. Just boop, one for the Snapple, one for the Gold Peak. Whichever one it hits, you bring that, and just boop. There you go, right here, done.
There's no way the man that ate McDonald's almost every day had a diet. That's crazy.
I think people say it gives you like kind of an energy boost too. I think the Diet Coke for some reason. Mountain Dew, I think people get. And remember when you drank that Mountain Dew, you were spinning everywhere.
I was spinning.
Well, the thing about it was you chugged it, and I walk away for 2 seconds. This is when we were drinking the pitch black Mountain Dew.
Yep.
We were in the church. You chugged yours because you loved it so much. I walked away for 2 seconds. I come back and you're spinning in circles. You don't even know I'm looking at you. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? And you're like, yo, this shit is awesome. Feels great. Did it give you like a boost, right?
It did give me a boost.
I saw that it has like about 25, maybe 30 more milligrams of caffeine than a regular Coke. So whatever that means, if that's a lot, I don't know. I think a regular Coke got like 30 and a Mountain Dew got like 53. Something like that. So like 20 or 30 more. It may be even more of a jump, and I can't remember the exact figures right now. I don't have the stats right in front of me.
I'm gonna have to.
Let me tell you what I do got right in front of me. A note that is talking about this law that is passed in Illinois, and it may be coming to a state near you. And it is a law that is saying that all these little family vlog channels that got their little kiddos on the camera, like, hey, we're the Jason family, and we got 3 kids, and we're spitting them out so we can make content. All those little boogers that you got running around, they're gonna start getting paid, bitch, because the new law says that all the kids that participate in these family vlogs will now have to legally get paid. The money will need to be put aside in some kind of trust fund with some kind of third party, whatever, a bank, somebody they trust, a fiduciary, something like that. And they're gonna not only get paid, okay, but this is from what I remember hearing on I think it was Spill Sesh or T Spill. Forgot which drama channel that Justin is the one that put in the group. Shout out to Justin. He's the one that came through with this article. And they were saying that they're gonna get paid. These kids are gonna get paid not based solely upon views and stuff like that, but for the duration that they are in the vlog. So for the duration that their name, likeness, they broke it down to name, likeness, however long that whatever portion they're in, they're going to get paid for all that, which makes a lot of sense because, like, what would a lot of these channels be without their kids?
Facts.
There was
all these Disney trips and Universal trips. Come on now.
Or just, palling around the house. There was a old clip that surfaced on Instagram the other day of Nikki Philippi. She's a vlogger. I don't know if she still vlogs. She probably does. And a video came out of her where her and her husband were gonna buy get a baby from Thailand, and they went on their channel and they were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna get the baby from Thailand anymore because they have a law in Thailand that even though you adopted the baby, you can't take pictures or show pictures online or videos of it for a year. So we're not gonna do that because Nikki likes to film." It's like, you can't wait a freaking year, dude. Showed you that that's what this was all about. It was all about the money. It was all about the content. And that is disgusting. What the hell?
Facts.
Come on, man.
One of the things, and I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok, but parents taking eggs and cracking the eggs on their children's head.
That shit is funny. Head. That shit is funny. And most of the kids,
that's funny?
Most of the kids are loving it. Most of the kids go like, "Oh my God, that was so." Most of the kids laugh and they crack one back on their parents' head.
I gotta see the ones you look at. The ones I saw was all kids going, "Oh."
Listen, people were like, the egg thing. People were like, "Oh, it's gonna cause trauma." Bro, let me crack an egg on your face. But it ain't nothing, dude. Are you serious? Next thing you know, bro, my dad used to come in with the Michael Myers mask, scare the shit out of me. Like, my sister used to do that. It was scary, but it's what happens, man. Are you crazy? They're not like, the challenge isn't like throw your kid down the freaking steps. They crack the egg on the kid's head, on the forehead. And, bro, I've only seen one or two kids get pissed off. The other kids, are shocked and they go, "Oh my God, that was so funny." And then the parents let them crack one back. People are getting ridiculous with this now. That's crazy. It's a funny little challenge. It's not like, "Oh, we're gonna make my kid eat the one chip challenge." That shit was disgusting. I saw a video of a family who made their two kids, I think, but definitely one very young child, do the one chip challenge. Absolutely horrendous, disgusting, egregious. You should be taken down.
No,
fuck you.
You can't.
That I don't
13 and up. 13 and up. 13 enough for that one.
A little egg, a little pink, and they go, "Ah, ha, ha." People are like, "Oh, this is gonna cause trauma. Get the fuck out of here."
You know what it is for me? I don't actually like watching anybody create content with their children involved.
Well, if that's your argument, that's fine.
Unless it's educational, like unboxing toys, things like that. That's fine.
No. Take the unboxing toys out. Take the unboxing toys out because that is the original. That's well, I think family vlog is the original. You never seen Ryan's toy review? This kid is
I've seen it before, yeah.
You don't think that they were making this kid open toys for days and he was like, "I just want to chill." And they're like, "No, you got to open this fucking surprise egg." They got this kid working like crazy. No. The unboxing channels.
Last time I checked.
That doesn't mean he wanted to be that. That doesn't mean that's how he wanted to spend his childhood. He had a show at Nickelodeon, all this stuff. We're going to get into something crazy and something dark. pertaining to this in a second, so don't let me forget it. But yeah, the whole toy unboxing thing, you don't think they got that kid batch recording those videos, and like, you think he wants to be doing that? He might want to do one or two, and then they're gonna schlep him around to a fucking Nickelodeon channel. Get the fuck out of here. Open toys yourself. Open toys yourself as an adult.
I would rather open toys myself as a grown man, to be honest with you.
Gonna
There's
schlep
there's
the
a
kid
lot
around.
of fucking action figures that I need in my life. Okay.
The hell out of here. So I'm very happy that this law is taken into effect, because now you're really gonna see like how, first of all, you're gonna see either people not show their kids as much and they're gonna switch their content around, or you're gonna see, which we're already seeing, family vlog children come out. I can't remember the exact name of the woman who's kind of been out there prominently the last couple of years. I wish I remembered her, but in the video they talked about her, and she's like at the forefront of like basically saying, I grew up in this environment, this is what happened, this is what I didn't like about it, I was forced to do this. And even to the point where she was like, yeah, like I wanted to still be at home, and they were like, if you're not gonna film, you can't be in the house. Like,
what?
You got to get out of here. Swear.
That's crazy
Swear.
to me. Your own child.
So we're going to either hear stories, we're going to either see them lessening the children on the channel, which I doubt.
No,
or
no way.
You're going to
No
hear
way.
a lot of stories about how these kids are going to grow up and their money is going to be gone. And then but the thing is, these parents can have legal action against them now, because not only do they got to make sure they pay these kids and put the money in a trust fund, dead ass, they're gonna have to like get legal documents written up. They're gonna have to get sheets that show what they're paying the kids, and they're gonna have to give it to the kids. Like, they have to keep all this stuff on backlog for the kids that are under 16. So if the kid wants to go and see like, hey, what happened during this video, they're going to have all the stats right there of how much they got paid, for how long they were involved. So this is going to get ugly if these parents end up screwing them over in the long run, because they need to present legal documents of what they were supposed to be paying them. So this is great.
You also have these child agencies, right? Foster care agencies all over the country. So now you're going to have those people, now they can see, and now they can open up investigations, make sure, like, it's going to look way different for these spots, because now they can literally go to your houses and check to see, okay, we see you have 10 videos with this child involved. Okay, are they, where's this money going? Are you making money? Let's see your finances. We got to see all of that. And if that kid is they're not seeing anything in that bank account, your kid is
Get him
not
out.
your kid no more.
That's
they
right.
gotta go.
That's right.
I would hate to end up in foster care or a group home because my parents wanted to use me for content and didn't want to pay me. That would just suck so much, man.
Yeah, if you're going to use me, pay me. You ain't going to buy J's on my fucking dime. Like, I didn't ask to be here. Now I didn't ask to be a freaking slave to YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to get spit out to then be schlepped around on camera all day. There was H3 did a video about, I think, the Prince family and like all the crazy shit, the way they like exploited themselves and their family. They'd be like, the wife would be pregnant and she'd be like, well, I have to, like, there's an issue, got like kind of alluding to a miscarriage and stuff like that. So a lot of these family channels are really out here exploiting these kids, using their likeness, using them for clicks, and this is the right thing to do. So we're all happy about this. If anybody's not happy about this, fuck you. Like, it doesn't make any sense for you not to be happy about this. So, not to be aggressive and all that, but honestly, I mean, what other ways there to say it, right? Like, who could be upset about this?
Listen,
the parents.
And it sounds like you're also gonna have to start like a business LLC or something, because you have to have that shit.
Got to draw these docs up.
You got to.
So the other day,
coming after your ass. You don't want old money for your kid.
I started watching this series on Vice. They do a series called Dark Side of the Ring. Amazing series. If you haven't seen Dark Side of the Ring, you gotta watch that. They have
good stuff.
Mad seasons now. But they started this show called Dark Side of the 2000s. Okay,
really?
They go into different things from our childhood now, like TRL. Okay. They go into Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony and the Shock Jocks. Very vicious stuff going on at that time. The stuff I didn't even remember. Stuff that I wasn't really aware at that time, So I knew a little bit about it, but
this is right up my alley.
You gotta watch it. So after I watched the two about the Shock Jocks, I watched the one about John and Kate plus 8 because you want to talk about the original family vlog,
Okay.
John and
Okay.
Kate plus 8.
I never heard of them.
Really?
Never heard of them. I wasn't on YouTube at this point.
No,
I
it wasn't even on
social
YouTube.
media.
This is back in like 2000 something, like early 2000s,
Okay.
early 2000, 2005, 4, who even knows, 3.
It was a reality TV show or something?
Yeah. My mom and I used to watch it a lot in that at that time. I was a little kid and we used to watch TLC. We used to watch them. We used to watch the Dwarf Family. We used to watch all those shows. Like, hey, my sister got no head. He got all those shows on TLC. Like, hey, I got no tongue. Shit, all kind of fucking shows like that. I'm 800 pounds and I can't move. So we used to watch John and K plus 8, which I guess you don't know what this is, Crow, but it was about a family where the wife ended up having twins, and then all of a sudden she had another 6 kids, like in one shot. Boom. So now they got 8 kids thrusted upon them. And they go throughout their lives and how they work and everything. And the kind of story was that Kate was like this like domineering, aggressive mom and wife and stuff, and the dad was kind of just go with the flow. He was just kind of the punching bag of everything.
He was meek.
Yeah, he was like the punching bag and everything, but a lot of people would be picking sides. Oh no, John's a great guy. Kate, she needs to be bossing him around. So they get into all the backstory about John and Kate plus 8, the cheating allegations that went on with John, which ended up not being true because they ended up divorcing during the show or separating during the show. But this is where it got crazy, and I did not know anything about this. So one of the kids, right? This is gonna tie back to what we're saying with the family vlog, okay?
Yeah.
Because this is the original kind of crew here. And we're going to see all these kids like we're seeing now. They're going to come into the spotlight and be like, listen, I did not like this. I grew up with a camera in my face 24/7. I hated it, right? So one of the kids, Colin, was talking about that because they only interviewed 2 of the kids, and you find out why at the end of the show. Only 2 of the kids are on there. Colin, one of the boys, started talking about how he hated being on camera after a while. He was maybe like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, something like that at this point. And he's like, he started rebelling. And rebelling to him was pretty much not participating. So they would put all the kids on the couch. They're like, hey, Jackson, what'd you think about the Playland today? They'd be like, oh, I thought it was amazing. And then Colin would just be there not saying shit, right? The perfect way to play it. Because he's not giving them no content. Because if he was throwing a fit, that would be content, right? He ain't giving them nothing. So at that age, my man was thinking. My man was smart, right? So, and he probably was like older than 9 at this point. I forget. So eventually Kate is like, yeah, from his side of the story, okay? Because they don't interview Kate for this. They only interview John and 2 of the kids. And from Colin's side of the story, he's like, yeah, once I started doing that and I wasn't playing ball on camera, my mom started to make me eat separately from the children and wouldn't let me go outside and play with them. So she separated him from all the kids, basically ostracizing for the rest of the family, okay?
Yeah.
And then you find out that she ended up sending this kid to a psych ward, to like a mental hospital for adolescents.
No way.
Shipped him off.
Done that. That's crazy.
Right? At a very young age. Not only that,
crazy.
but the parents were divorced at this point, right? So then John goes to school one day and he's like chilling out with the whole goof troop. And he's like, where's Colin at? The kids are like, we don't even know. He finds out that his kid is in the mental house. Yeah. And he's like, what the fuck? So I think he ended up finding out because the kid ended up getting him a letter. That's what it was. He wrote him a letter in crayon and was like, yo, I'm here. He got the address and he's like, I need you please to get me out, Dad. And he was like, that's the first time I heard from my son in like a year and a half, something like that. So then John says he spent $1 million getting his son out. And when he went to the psych unit, he was like, what did you diagnose my kid with? It was like a year already. They go, we don't know. We didn't figure it out yet.
Yep.
So essentially what it looked like, Kate was like, you don't want to play ball with the family? You don't want to be the cash cow? We're going to take you out. How crazy is that?
The fact that he had to pay $1 million is ridiculous. He's a guardian. He's a parent. And you have no diagnosis. I can't even believe he put that much money into, like, legally he has a case. There's
I
no
think it
like there was
was.
nothing there. That's
I think it
wow.
was somehow they didn't get into it. I think he didn't have custody for some reason. Like for some reason he had no custody. So that's how this all happened. And when he saw Colin, he was like, did the kids come to visit? He was like, no, not even the mom. Nobody came to visit him in like the year and a half he was there. So
Yeah,
it's like,
because she controlling that. Yeah.
it's like, all right, you think, like, I'm just like, maybe, right? Maybe we're not hearing the whole story. Maybe he was so out of control and was rebelling. By the way,
Maybe.
probably
I don't believe
because
it.
he was on camera all the time. That's where it starts. That's the whole point of this. That's what's starting this. But maybe he was biting his mom, slapping her around, and she was like, listen, I can't handle this, right? You don't even go visit the kid? That's what makes me, that was the nail in the coffin for me to go, I'm believing the kid, which I believed anyway, right?
Yeah.
But like,
facts.
there's two sides to every story, but that to me cemented it that she did not care. She didn't go visit the kid. She did not speak about this ever.
I had one of the hospitals, you remember this, but you never been to this place. The last time I went to the psych ward and they took me to a group spot. One of the kids, she came from a wealthy family, and she was put in there because her grades wasn't to her father and mother's liking.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Now you know
And they had
you're
money.
retarded.
So like they just boom, threw her ass up.
Put her in
there.
the funny farm because she was getting B's and C's.
She basically was getting B's and C's.
They should have sent me there a long time ago when I was a kid. My parents would have been sent me. I would have been under the facility. Forget about
Facts.
it. That's
so that was
insane.
like, it's things like that happen. It triggered that memory. I was like, wow, damn, that really did happen to people.
Yeah, very, very sad. So if you haven't seen Dark Side of the 2000s, go check it out. That's a crazy episode. But that just shows you where, like, what is probably going on now, because the proliferation of these famous families is like insane now. Like back then we had like the Duggars, the Dwarf, I forgot their name for lack of a better word, Little People Big World. That was a great show. So at the time, you didn't have that many of these families. Now you got the Ace family, you got the Smith family, you got the Dickersons, you got the fucking Smiths, you got the Bobs, you got them all. If you tomorrow,
ready for the Youngs?
Yeah, the Youngs. You want to? Yeah, there's gonna be the Youngs
baby.
on there. I mean, so imagine the damage that's just being done right now to all these kids who don't want to be filming, who don't want to be used. It's very, very sad, and it's going to be interesting to see, not only with this, but just what's going to come in the next couple of years with the next couple of generations that are either raised on the iPhone or being raised by getting like a camera in their face. Like, it's just coming up from all angles. You know what I mean?
I feel like we're already seeing it, right? Like, the people that you're talking about, Collins, he has to be an adult now, right?
I think he's like 20 something. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
23.
now, and there's a whole group of kids like that, and then you see the Nickelodeon, you see the Disney stars, you see all of them. So I think we have enough evidence to know that it just ain't the right call.
It's not
Leave
good.
your kids out. Leave your fucking kids out.
And it's like, I think there's a right way to do it. The kid gets old enough and they show an interest in this kind of thing. It's like, fine, right? Your kid gets older and they're like, I wanna be a part of I want to do a family vlog, or like I want to be on YouTube. There's a right way to go about it.
Yes.
But the kid's just born. We're gonna do the fucking vlog. I understand, right? Doing like, if let's say you and I were public figures, right? We have kids. We do a birth vlog, but that's about it. I
was just about to say that.
We don't have the
is
camera.
as much as I'll give y'all guys.
Yeah, we don't have the camera in the kid's face after that 24/7. There's a right way to go about this, and I think at a proper age, everybody can sit down and go, is this what we want to do? Let's try it. And if the second you don't feel comfortable, we're done. But that's not how it's going.
I don't know.
That's not how it's going. That's how it's never been. Like to your credit, to your point, they've been exploited through the Disney machine, through the Nickelodeon machine. Like, Amanda Bynes is the one that really gets me, because I mean, we grew up on her, right?
Yes,
so famous, so talented. I mean, a huge part of our childhood. I used to buy the Amanda Show DVDs. I mean, and then when she grew up, we watched her movies. I forgot what was it? Not Think Like a Man. What was that movie she did?
I'm about to say Think Like a
Man.
Man.
What was the movie where she was like a soccer player, so she dressed like a boy or something?
Oh,
Think like a man. I don't know what it was, but it's just sad to see. Sad to see that these people get used up when they're of a young age, and then when they're adults, they're all whacked out and they're all screwed up because of all the trauma that happened to them. If you don't think this is gonna happen to Lil Tay, it's definitely gonna happen to her. The one that I don't know if everybody knows about this, but
her fake death, apparently.
Yeah, the fake death of Lil Tay, which I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was really sad about that because there was all these rumors about her getting abused and this and that. And now it's like, you don't even know what to believe.
She's the man, that movie. That's what
She's
it was.
the man. There you go. She's the man. I was like, is it Think Like a Man or Bend It Like Beckham? I knew it was like a soccer and there was a man involved and there was something like that. So... yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Speaking of Disney, though, let's get into this Snow White stuff. Let's get into this.
Do we really have to, this chick? I don't even know who she is.
Let's take it from the top,
shut the fuck up.
Let's take it from the top, though. This is what I want to do because we're gonna get to exactly what you're saying, but because we didn't really cover this too much, only aside from one thing that we covered like a year ago. The only news, so let's take it from pretty much what I remember hearing about Snow White, and we'll get to present day, right? So originally you find out Snow White's going to be made another live action movie. Boo!
Now you know you're
Nobody cares. Nobody wants it, right? Then they go, headlines come out, hey, first Latina princess is going to be Snow White. We're going to have a Latina playing Snow White. Who cares? Nobody cares. Doesn't fit the script, by the way. But not okay, sure. And you know what? I'm Spanish. So if you got something to say about me saying that, who gives a fuck? I could say it. All right? I'm like, that doesn't really match. Skin is white as snow? Not quite. Okay, like... unless you're going to get one of the Spanish people that are like, mad white, like the girl on TikTok that everybody hates.
Blue eyes. Yeah, I thought they were going to go with that.
Like the redhead that everybody hates on TikTok because she's Latina, and they're like, you're not really Latina because you're really white. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my God. Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, whatever, right? Because they did Camila Cabello as Cinderella, which that movie was horrendous, by the way. And I don't think any fault to Camila Cabello. It was just everything around her was atrocious. That movie was horrible, right? So I'm like, didn't we already do one of these? But it's like, whatever. So then news comes out about that they're not using dwarfs. This is what, when we got onto, we were like, there's no way. How are you gonna change the dwarfs, bro? What? Integral part of the story. Because Peter Dinklage came out.
Them, right?
No, well, we'll get to that. We didn't know at the time. We didn't know what they were going to do. That's what they're doing with the Wonka movie. They're going to do CGI.
Yes. I'm actually excited for that movie.
Wow, because I was going to say, I could not think of a more boring movie that's about to come out.
I'm actually excited to see what they're going to do. I'm hoping that it stays a little dark. They get dark with it, but...
absolutely not. That movie looks so boring.
I'm
a young Willy Wonka. I want to build a chocolate factory. Oh, you can't build a chocolate factory because we have a monopoly in the town square. And he's like, has a science kit. He's like, I'm going to make the best chocolate. Boring. I can't wait for you to review that because I ain't watching that shit.
I want to see if they add the slave labor in it or they're going to hide it.
They definitely won't. The Oompa Loompas will be like, I'm going to heavily compensate you for your help. And they're like, yeah, we can't wait. It's going to be so dumb. So then we're like, wow, this is so dumb because Peter Dinklage is like, oh, it's derogatory, dwarfs, you can't use. Just like, dwarfs exist, number one. Number two, nothing in Snow White was derogatory towards the dwarfs. They were just hardworking dwarfs that were hanging out with freaking Snow White. I don't remember a damn thing derogatory about those dwarfs. Do you?
No, not one.
Not like real. I've only seen the movie like once or twice. It's not my favorite movie at all by any stretch of the imagination. But I don't remember anything bad about it. So we were all freaking out about that. Because we were like, now you're going to take away jobs from actual dwarves who could be using this. And also, you're messing with the formula way too much. Okay.
Hey, listen, if they have any blind people for a Legally Blind movie or blind movie, they probably won't even ask anybody from the community.
No, yes, Snow White and the Seven Blindies. It's just everybody bumping each other, bumping around, and she has a sighted guide everybody.
Listen, maybe they need to change. Maybe they need to change the whole format up, man.
Oh, well, they did. They did. And now we're going to get to, I don't know if anything came out in between this, but now the other, I don't know, let's say a month or two ago, the picture came out of what they were doing in spite of the dwarves. They're calling them, I'm going to put a picture on right now. Now, I apologize for what you're about to see, because this is insane. This is graphic imagery. They're using like magical people. It's not even clear what it is. They're using magic people.
This is a different story at this point.
And by magic people, they mean homeless drug addicts in San Francisco or in just California. Like, this looks like Snow White walked past a methadone clinic. Like, Snow White walked past a bus stop in California. She walked past. This is like if Snow White, instead of going to the forest, she went to Skid Row. Okay? These people look deranged. And let me tell you this right now. Y'all know about my building, okay? I have seen people sleeping in the lobby of my building that look like Fortune 500 CEOs compared to these people. There ain't nothing mystical or magical about this. Let me tell you this right now. The dwarfs are fun. The dwarfs are mystical. They are magical. They are jolly. That's why they're able to walk around the Disney park. If I take my kid, when we become family vloggers, okay, to the Disney park, and a hobo comes up and tries to talk to us, they're getting knocked right out. Because I don't know what that is. That ain't no fucking magical. I'm going to be like, what are you? Get out of here. You look like a homeless person. That's what they're going to have walking around the park? These people, they're going to be sleeping on the bench? I mean, people were already outraged, and rightfully so, because this looks atrocious. What do you think about these people?
Bro, I was confused. I didn't even know it was the same movie anymore. Like, I heard her speak. I heard of a basic plot of the movie, and I said, this is not even that story. Like, y'all could have just renamed the whole script and it would have been fine.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even believe that Disney would even fully go through with this whole thing. I think they're purposely trying to get sold.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, because now we will transition into our next point in the timeline, okay, in this loose timeline. Because recently, videos have surfaced of, what's her name? Rachel Zarega? Rachel Zega? I don't know what the fuck it is.
Well, I'll look at it while you talk.
Rachel Zarega, for whatever she is.
What movie this is supposed to be again?
This is supposed to be Snow White, okay? And videos have surfaced. Now, this is where I've been seeing it all over my YouTube now. I can't go anywhere without seeing this. Comments from this woman have surfaced about what she feels about the Snow White movie, the original, and where the Snow White movie is going to go present day. So we're going to listen to two clips. Rachel Zegler? Rachel Zegler?
Rachel Zegler.
Oh, okay. So Rachel Zegler this is what she had to say. She will be playing Snow Tan, okay?
I know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
So no prince, or a different kind of prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story, just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap, great dude. Yeah. It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. But it's one of those things.
So true,
it's an inner journey that she goes on to find her true self, and she meets a lot of people along the way that make the journey really incredible.
And evidently so. Weird. I mean, can you get any more annoying?
Let me tell you.
Tell
I'm
me.
not gonna say the word.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say the word.
Say it right now.
But this is the
I'll
definition
bleep it out.
of when you. This is when you couldn't call somebody a like this. This woman. She didn't gain the title until she said about her own castmate, we can just edit him out, whatever. He's not really needed.
It's all about you.
It's all about you. Do you see the other interviews of her just complaining about the job?
We'll play another clip. It's probably not the one you're discussing, but this is something else that she said.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
I don't want this story.
Is Snow White going to war? What kind of leader? What is she leading?
What
exactly?
leader is she?
What is she lead? She leading the 7 homeless crackheads?
I don't know.
Like, what is she leading exactly?
Is she even a prince? Or is she even royalty? Like, what is this? Is not the same. I don't know what this movie is,
dude. I mean, incredible. It's just like you're making a whole nother movie. You might as well call it the bold, brave Latina and the 7 crackheads. That's what you should. The bold, brave Latina and the 7 fucking addicts. Have it, put it in Skid Row, and then you go to Hollywood, and then you all like have a triumphant, some kind of big triumphant story arc where she's a boss babe. Listen, I mean, this is why Jenny Ortega.
This is what they thought Barbie was gonna be.
Right,
and Barbie was way better.
Dude, this is what Jenny Ortega got shit for from these writers because she went in there during Wednesday and she was like, no, we're not doing this new age bullshit. We're not going to make Wednesday Addams what she's not supposed to be. We're going to stick to the source material. We may deviate a little. I don't even think you can even use the word deviate, okay? I'm not even going to use that word. You may kind of take some creative liberties and licenses. Thank you. Perfectly summed up. Thank you. But what we're not going to do is, you know what I think we should do? We should give Wednesday blonde hair in season 2. And then she should become non-binary. It's like, make a new show. Make a new fucking show about the story that you want to tell. You know what I mean? Like, this is insane. It's just insane.
Nobody from our generation and older wants this. And the next generation doesn't need to see this. We can show them the old movies. That's it.
Here's the problem. Here's the
what?
problem. Because I just want to add to what you're saying before I forget. Because you're right. Well, you made me think about this. When she said it twice. It is not 1937. Yeah, but guess what? This is a fucking timeless masterpiece. Okay?
Yes.
And that's coming from, I don't even like the movie. But I know one when I see one, and objectively, people fucking have loved this movie since it came out. Mm-hmm. When this came out, it blew people's minds because it may have been, I think it was, the first full-length animated movie. And they went in with this movie. Nobody saw anything like this until Disney put this out. The story goes even further back than the story from Snow White because they took this story from Brothers Grimm or something, right?
Yeah.
So this tale has been told before even the Disney adaptation. This is what you call a timeless masterpiece, okay? And there are many things like it. There's no reason to change it. There's nothing in it that you need to update. Nothing needs to be updated because it will stand the test of time. And that is evident. Why? Because it has continued to. Go back to what you said. I apologize.
Listen, yeah, a lot of people got mad at The Little Mermaid and, for color swapping. This, compared to what The Mermaid did and what they're trying to do with this movie, I would rather Little Mermaid.
I didn't really care about The Mermaid.
Every day.
I was just
Every day.
Why are you doing a live action Little Mermaid? That was my thing.
I'm just saying as a writing standpoint, this is not even the same movie. At least with the Little Mermaid, I could say same movie. Different creative liberties. They're color swapping, whatever. But the singing is there, whatever the case may be. They're sticking to it as much as whatever. This is not even the same movie. Like it's not even like this is entirely different universe.
Now,
there's no dwarfs. It's crackheads, weed heads, coke heads.
Walt Disney,
asset.
Walt Disney is spinning. He's doing the spinneroonie in his grave right now. Because let me tell you this, as somebody who has read the Walt Disney biography many times, and I've read like both of them. Yeah, too many times is true. You know, my board years. So number one, there's nothing wrong with taking something and doing a creative license, taking creative liberty, right? This is what Disney is founded upon pretty much. Mm-hmm. That's what they do. Walt used to take all these stories from Brothers Grimm, from stories from when he was a child. Pinocchio, he was like, listen, Pinocchio's not going to be as much of a shithead as he is in the book. And we're not going to have him bird his feet off. We're not we're going to make Peter Pan this way. What Walt Disney did not do was go around to every media outlet and go, the old Pinocchio is such a douche. What we're going to do is...
You know what's great? She's the only woman that played a princess that talks shit about the role she was playing.
Camila Cabello, right? Spanish princess. Everybody was fine with it, except for like the movie itself was not good. But I had no qualms. I was like, oh, Camila Cabello, she's great. Great singer. I can't wait to see what she does. Okay? No problem with that. Because she didn't go around and go, oh my God, Cinderella is so fucking lame. Like, I cannot wait to play this and make it so much freaking better. I don't recall her ever doing that.
Did you hear the rumors that Rachel, when she went to, and this is just rumors, but she went to Disney and that she was upset when people wanted to take pictures with her?
Yeah, I heard her say that out of her own mouth. It was something about her going like,
confirm.
It was something about her, she was like, I hate being outside of the Cinderella, the Snow White ride and people take pictures of me. And not only is she saying this, she's like, talking about how much she didn't even like Snow White. Now, to get the role, nobody's going to pass up $1 million because they don't like the original source material. Okay, nobody. But again, Walt Disney did not walk around and go, Peter Pan fucking sucks. What we're going to do is...
allowed to do that with Disney and these companies.
Which we're going to get to that because there's another rumor addition. We're going to get to rumors and speculation in a second, okay? We're going to get there. I'm glad you said that. You reminded me, right? So my thing is, it's just so disrespectful to do this because Disney from day one has done what they're trying to do the right way. And they didn't try to do adaptations and make these changes because they feel like this is what society needs, okay? Because that's what they're doing. They're like, well, we need more independent women stepping up and being bosses in movies. It's like, no, we can make more movies like that, but we don't need to change classic movies to do that. And let's not act like we haven't had mad movies like that. Okay, we've had mad movies where there's prominent where the main character is a woman and she's a fucking badass. Okay,
facts.
Let's not even go there. Everybody remembers Tomb Raider. I remember Columbiana was one of my favorite movies growing up with fucking
Legally
Zoe
Blonde
Saldana, Legally Blonde, mad
Atomic
fucking movies.
Blonde. Yep.
So let's not even act like this is a new thing that we're doing. We're being so innovative, okay? There's nothing wrong with a love story, okay? Coming from someone who loves a love story, and Mo loves a good love story too from time to time. There's nothing wrong with a prince getting doing what they do best in the old movies and saving the fucking day. They're not saying, oh, you're such a weakling. We need to come help you. It's like, okay, it's like it's a classic tale. That's what happens. Is there a problem?
No.
Like what the new Bambi, the mom's not gonna die. We don't want to subject children to the trauma. Yeah, when Bambi came out, bro, people were pissed. People were crying because the mom got shot in the head. That's what happens in a good movie. You feel things. Okay? Things happen in movies that you don't want to see. And that's what makes it a good fucking movie. Sorry to tell you about that. Sorry to drop that bombshell on you that not every movie is going to be a fucking fluff piece where everybody's going to be sucking each other's dicks. Okay? It's not how this works. So I think like they're just going about this all wrong. If you want to make changes, that's fine, you know?
No, you're 100% right. I don't like the direction where she's verbalizing, talking like, I can tell she doesn't like the idea of a male being in the movie. And it's like, I don't have no problem with you having the role, shorty. So why are we in public just speaking about, we talk about equality. We talk about all these things all the time. And why are you going out your way to start a problem is what I can't comprehend
you are
her
perfect.
actions with.
You said it perfectly well. Why are you going out of your way?
It doesn't make sense. She could just take that money, make the movie, go to Disney, take pictures. Now you, for the next 5 to 10 years, if you did good, you're the new princess and people like you and blah, 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 blah. Yay. And you get more movie roles. Why is this what you do? Who are you trying to speak to? And I have not seen one woman on social media defend her.
I've only seen women say that this movie's going to suck and they hate it.
That's all I see.
Like literally 2 this morning. 2 like
I've seen
long
Spanish
videos.
Women say ill. I've seen black women say no. I've seen white women saying, what is wrong with her? It's just, even the women that you're like, oh my God, girls, we don't need them. Like, even they're like, please go away. Who are you?
Like, I don't know. This is to say, but the rumors now are, this is what the rumor mill's saying. Okay, this is the big update. Rumor is that Disney is not happy about this, about what she's been saying. And the rumors are saying that they called her up to the office and they were like, listen, you need to stop. And they apparently gave her talking points because all these movie stars get training, interview training. And they were like, you are not going on script. So we're going to give you bullet points. And this is what you are to say from now on. Now, I think there's like a SAG strike going on, right?
Yes.
So there's like no interviews. They're not really doing interviews and stuff. So we're going to have to wait till all this dies down. And if she will do another interview, then we'll see if the tune has changed. Now, an even bigger rumor, which I've heard a little bit of this, is apparently they were gonna announce, along with many other live action adaptations, which blows my mind. Why are they doing? They're gonna do another they're gonna do one for Lilo and Stitch. They're gonna do.
Yes.
They want to expand the universes of these movies now. So they want to do an Uncle Scar movie from Lion King. Who wants an Uncle Scar movie?
No one.
I
needs
love
that.
Uncle Scar, but I love Uncle Scar in an hour and a half that he was in Lion King. That's it.
What do we need a movie for him for?
What the hell? So now they want to do prequels, sequels, and apparently that's what they were going to do with So Woke here, with this movie. But they're saying that Disney's so pissed that they dropped that they're just going to do this one Snow White movie, and they're dropping this girl. They're not going to do the other ones. That's the rumor. We'll have to see if that comes to fruition. But my thing is, they should, from what other people are saying, I agree, just do what they did with Batgirl and shut this down.
Rachel cannot be. She cannot be this whatever universe they're creating, because I'm sure they say, oh well, we succeeded with the Marvel. Let's see if we can do it with the whole Disney content. She does not belong. I like, as she was speaking, I was like, I don't even want her to be a celebrity. Like, go back to working some other job or whatever you've been doing. Like, just disappear, please. Like, I don't like her energy. I don't want to see her on screen. She doesn't even feel like a likable person. Like, nah, she's not no Zendaya. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not a
Like,
Zendaya, not a Jenny Ortega, not a Chloe Moritz, none of them.
No,
not a big
Lizzie
fan.
McGuire. Like, you are not. You are not on their level.
It's funny you say that, because I was like, I had to look her up this morning, and I'm like, she must have been in some big blockbuster hits for her to be doing all this. She was in like nothing
right now.
She was in nothing.
Nothing, bro.
She was in nothing before this.
Right,
I thought that she was in some crazy shit. She was in Shazam,
West Side Story,
West Side Story, and like a Hunger Games.
Yeah,
that's it. I thought she was like a big shot. Dude, I'm like, wow, she's really throwing her weight around. She got a lot of pull to be saying all this. Like, no. Like you said, this is not a Zendaya situation. She's the one that had Disney by the balls and was like, no. You're going to do this, and you're going to do that, and you're going to pay me this.
Mm-hmm.
That's Zendaya.
Now,
can
when we
get
talk
that
about
pull.
women bosses and who I would want my own daughters and sisters to look up to, that's the woman.
Zendaya,
That's the
Jenna
woman.
Ortega.
That's who we
Two
respect.
Disney
Nah,
queens.
you're
I don't
not on
think
her level.
is Jenna Ortega even in Disney? No, right?
I don't think so.
No. Two queens though. Two queens for sure.
Jenny, no, she's not Disney. That's Netflix.
Yeah, Jendy's in Netflix.
Yeah.
Jendy Ortega. So let's go past this. We need our blood pressures to go
Calm
back down.
Go back down.
My final word is they should do what they did with Batgirl or Batwoman and shelve this movie. Just end it because this is going to be so bad. And let me tell you, if this does come out, we will watch it and we will talk about it because this is going to be so bad that we got to see it.
For real?
We are not going to the theater to see that for sure.
Okay.
We're not going to do that.
I bet.
But
look at it.
Speaking of seeing movies, you have been anxiously awaiting the drop
excitedly awaiting
of Blue Beetle, superhero movie, which I heard is not doing well in the box office.
Yeah, I saw the numbers.
I heard that the Blue Beetle is flying down the fucking charts right now. I mean, it's like I think it dethroned Barbie, but Barbie's been in the theater for like 6 weeks already. So it's like not a big,
it made his money. Barbie made his money.
Yeah. So
you know
what did you think about Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle, for me, fantastic. It was out of every live action movie that's come out from DC recently, this one was fun. I didn't see any propaganda. I didn't see any secret messages. It was just a comic book movie. It reminded me of back in the day when the first Spider-Man came out in terms of it was just a comic book movie. And that made me happy. It was the actor that plays if anybody saw Cobra Kai, y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't know how to say his name. Hello, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he's one of the characters in Cobra Kai. He's Sensei Lawrence main student. So he's my boy, Blue Beetle, perfect Blue Beetle. I enjoyed him. I liked him. I like him as an actor. I like him as a person. He's not going on TV and saying stupid shit. So, his performance was great. It was a family movie. It was this Mexican family sticking together throughout the whole movie, and his secret identity is known to his Spanish family, and they're just cracking jokes the whole movie. George Lopez was fun in it. I really love this movie. I was like, wow, just to see the aspect of family being the main topic and grandma went in. His grandma took a gun. She started shooting at the enemy. She took some bodies out. It was a fun movie, man. I really had fun with it. It was a comic book movie, and that's all I ever wanted. And it looked great.
Right.
It looked great. And I understand why the numbers are not what it is, but I'm asking everybody, go see the movie with your families.
You think the numbers aren't there because Blue Beetle's not a very popular superhero?
No, that's not it.
Why?
It's definitely not it.
Why is it?
It's exactly what I've always said with DC. They have no format for their heroes. Flash just bombed. Flash got ripped apart. The DC universe, they say they're going to have a DC, and then it falls within 2 years. They have no format. So they never get the chance to introduce a popular comic book hero to the new universe because they don't have the format. Marvel has introduced characters who are not very big with books, but they do well on screen because they know how to introduce these characters. So Blue Beetle was really for those who really understood the character, knew about the comic books. So they didn't do a good job for allowing to build a new fan base. They just suck at it, and their reputation just keeps going down the drain. And this is what happens when you have no good reputation because you don't make good fucking content. Other projects suffer, and that's what it was. That's what I truly believe it was. It was actually a fun movie. Better than a lot of other movies that they came out with. And Shazam had The Rock. I'm just saying.
What do you give this movie? What is the rating?
I give it a 5 out of 5 for me.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it.
Was this your first 5 out of 5 of the year?
Yeah, I believe so.
What'd you give Transformers? Would you give Transformers? It might
Now
have
that I
been
think
5 out
about
of 5.
that might have been a 5 out of 5.
So this
That
may be
movie
your
is
second
fantastic.
5 out of 5 of the year.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to pick right now, Transformers or Blue Beetle, which one is your number one?
Oh,
right now?
Transformers.
Okay.
Hands
All
down.
right.
But Blue Beetles, I haven't seen a family movie, bro. A good
Where the whole
family like
clique
that
was
being the thing
involved.
in a long time. That felt good to see.
Right.
Especially with a Spanish family, you feel me? Like it was just it was a great movie.
You can relate.
I can
You
relate.
grew up in a Spanish family.
I've been here too long.
That's right.
Y'all raised me.
You're one of us. You're more Spanish than me sometimes.
I've been told that.
So there you go. I'm happy that you liked it because there's nothing worse than looking forward to something for so long and it's sucking and it bombing. So I'm very happy that you enjoyed Blue Beetle. We have
I really did.
we have a new we have a couple of movies coming up towards the end of the year. I just saw that there is a lawsuit going on with the nun.
The nun?
Because the woman who plays the nun
No way.
is suing Warner Bros. Because she's like, all that merchandise money you promised me, that 5% of 50%, I
They
ain't
never
seeing it.
gave that?
Yeah, that's what she said. And she's like, listen, don't fuck with me because I am the nun. And they even, like, the article I was reading, they were like, this is not a situation where it's like a masked killer. Like, the people who casted it, once they saw her, they were like, she has the face we want for the nun. So all they did was put the makeup on it. So her argument is like, I'm the fucking nun. There ain't no other nun. You guys are, this is like the other point was that there's really no other merchandise that you can make for The Conjuring besides with the nun. There's no other character that they have. And I think it's still the most profitable or the highest grossing Conjuring movie ever is The Nun. So, I mean,
really?
It's one of that character is one of probably my favorite newer horror movie character. The Nun is amazing. Looks scary. Word on the street is that the new one, The Nun 2, which will be out September 8th, I can't fucking wait. Especially after I heard that it's going to be the most violent Conjuring movie yet. That's what I'm talking about.
Less.
That's
the last one, we only got violence with the demon at the end, and I was like, not happy. I was like, I wanted more of that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like the movie, but I could
Yeah.
have used some more violence. I could have used some more nefariousness, some more demonic possession.
Seriously.
So the word on the street is this one's going to be crazy. It's going to be violent, but y'all better pay up. Don't be fucking around. She
Are we going
needs
to
the
the theater
money.
for this one?
Maybe. That is heavily possible. It's very, very
like,
possible.
I'm ready, bro. And it's September 8th?
Yeah, September 8th. They got like 2
Let's
weeks.
go.
So they got to pay up. That's disrespectful. She knows what she's worth. She's like, I am the nun.
Damn, you can't pay a 5% of 50?
Yeah,
Good
I did the math, which is not like, my math is really bad. But I think I did the math like if they made let's say they made $1 million, so half of that is $500,000, right? And then like 5% of that would be 25,000.
5% of $1 million.
No. What's 5% of 500,000? Because she gets 5% of 50.
Oh.
So if they make $1 million, you got to take it out of
50.
500,000.
Oh.
So she gets like 25 grand
Yeah.
out of $1 million, which is it's a little crazy. No, it's not enough.
Yeah. But you know what? I get it, but that still's gonna.
Yeah.
That 25 building and the merchandise is well sold. Like that money, that means if she's looking at millions. She's looking at millions at the back end.
5%.
Because how long have they not been giving this? How long have the movie when the movie came out?
I don't know. The Nun's been out for a long time since Conjuring 2. So, and that's the face they use for merchandise for sure. That's all I see is the Nun. So there you go. Everybody get ready. Everybody get excited. Everybody get happy for Snow White and the Nun 2. Big movies coming right your way. Everybody's excited. Crow, do you have any final cause?
Listen, I love you guys. See you soon. And no one is excited for the fucking Snow White, man.
See you soon. What are we going on tour?
Oh.
We meeting people?
I don't know.
I did not sign up for a tour yet. You know
Listen,
something?
when you lose your vision, I'll leave y'all with this. When you lose your vision for a while, don't drink and text.
Or you were sending bad text messages or sending the
Listen,
wrong text
I
messages?
said to a friend that I would never say it to this person, and I still feel really bad. I said, you got a fat ass, and I was really talking to Jasmine, and I told Jasmine I did this, and she was dying.
You
So
sent it to somebody that I know?
no, you don't
Oh,
know this person.
okay.
We know this person, but I told her, I was like, yo, I accidentally sent this text message to her, and I said, you got a fat ass, and it was
Wow.
supposed to go to you.
How did the person
So
respond?
she didn't respond yet.
Wow.
So if you're watching this, I'm so sorry.
You're watching it, but I'm not even gonna ask that. I'm not even gonna put you on the spot like that. So anyway, you already know that if you're listening to this on Spotify, you can see our beautiful faces on YouTube and vice versa. If you're watching on YouTube, you want to take us in your pocket and you don't got a YouTube premium like me, I got Clay's. I steal Clay's. I don't even know if he knows I'm on the account anymore. Yeah. So if you don't want to,
good morning, by the way.
By the way, shout out to Vanessa. She listens to this every week, I heard. So
yeah, she listens to the show on her way to work.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Vanessa, we love you.
Armani says she watches it.
Armani, we love you. Everybody listening, we love you.
Thank you.
Very, very much.
Thank you, guys.
Peace and love. See you next time.